Okay,
They go from the dome, exploring topics, they just turning these stones. So big in Germany that you would think they Germany's own. Daryl and Chris hold the reins.
Huge in Germany.
Right while Jerry and Topes and Ortez sips the Bush Light. Throwing a bet, the jokes fall from an innocent effect. They got Daryl cracking up in his tinfoil hat. Yeah, just a team, you know they ball like the Wolverines. They moving different when they drop you just like.
Okay, terrific.
Hey guys, you know what? We did one. We have one in the can, as we call it, in the biz, because we're fucking legit.
If you guys could have only heard what we just talked about for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can't let that cat out of the bag because it might not happen. But if it does happen, just to let you know that we appreciate you people that were here when we were on the ground floor.
Yes.
And if this happens and we make it happen, and I think it would be the most epic fucking thing ever. I'm not saying we're going Joe Rogan.
No.
He's way up that ladder. But
we can be no Rogan.
Yeah, we no Rogan. I think we could climb a few rungs and
yeah.
You know, instead of going on YouTube and looking at the OK Terrific podcast and seeing no views, 2 views, no views, 8 views, no views. Yeah. But
it's still like predominantly Apple Podcasts, which and I'm always trying to push more Spotify things in because I think that's going to be where I think we can get more into it. But
you also have access to people that download us on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Play, Stitcher, whatever, Google Play, whatever, Stitcher, all that shit. You know, I don't see that. It's like, you know, I subscribe to us on YouTube because we got to pump that number up from 27 to 28. You know, every little bit helps. And I was like, I'm scrolling through the one day. I'm like, fuck, I know there was something really funny we talked about. And I'm like, nobody has watched any of these. Hey, here's one with 2, and here's one with 7, and here's one with 1. Then there's 84 more with none.
But then, like, if back in the day before we were shadow banned, you would see on that's my fault too.
No, it's too. We all know it's more my fault because you took away my
I did
rights to this because I was a liability, as you.
You're
which is 100% correct, and I held no ill will. I'm like, I understand.
Yeah,
hurts my feelings a little bit, but I understand why this had happened.
I'm like, hey, for right now, until you get past this rough patch, and I've had rough patches in my life too, where I have to go a little silent.
If you have more good behavior, we can bring you back in the fold.
Sometimes you go silent for about 7 or 8 months, and then all the things.
Why is all our shit throttled down? Daryl, what did you say? Are you in any violations? Oh, I got another one the other day.
No, it's funny. Like on Facebook, it used to be like if you go back to the way old ones. So let's say like episode fucking 25, 270 views on Facebook or something like that. Not while we're live because we don't do it. We do it live just because it's fun. Because our friends are ballbusters too, and it's fun to have them.
Yes, it's great to have them shit on us every chance they get, and we want that.
My forehead is very glossy. But yeah. So we may be in a situation where we may have access to a guy that had a really catchy song back in the day. He may.
If we're talking alphabetical list, would you say D? Maybe E,
like list wise, like
D list. Because I would honestly, if anybody want to come on a show that was a D or an E list or F lister, come on.
Like we're negative C listers, so you know anything's an upgrade for us.
Yes, and that's the thing.
Yeah. So we may have.
I'd say D.
Yeah, and I think he would. I think he would say that too.
Yeah,
but we may have access to somebody that will legit blow.
I'm very excited. I am very, very, very excited. This would probably be the second podcast since we've been doing this in the last 3.5 years or so that I will have done legitimate
actual work
in doing research, posing good questions to get good quality answers, to get conversation moving.
Yep.
Also, you need to leave that fucking soundboard home.
I will.
You cannot play most of those. You can't play that.
Why?
You can't. I am also going to take some control of this situation.
Okay.
To help you in saying
how
that
about this? How about this?
Or the Halloween one. And there's a lot of.
Well, no, because it's almost Halloween, Daryl. So like you can say this.
Man, this is Spooksville.
You can say that because it's.
You can't if that day ever comes that we're talking about, we can't do any of that.
Not with him per se or his posse per se. But
all right, so yeah,
it's not Sir Mix-a-Lot.
So cool. Do you see Sir Mix-a-Lot's doing like the worst commercial ever for some like trail mix now?
No, but fuck it, man. Go get your money. Go get the bag, dude.
Yeah. Get your bag, and we have no problem with that. And this would be the most. I've been thinking about it since the day you brought it up a while ago.
I know.
Weeks ago, and I every time my notebook is right here, I just keep staring at it, going, the fucking questions I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna sit back and watch you go like.
Yeah, I'll be amazed. And I have no problem taking the back seat and just sitting back and just, I'll be John Stockton, you be Karl Malone.
Sure, dude.
A lot of days I gotta be Karl Malone, you gotta be John Stockton.
Hey, I'm good with it. Whatever, man.
We can switch, we can scissor, we can dock, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a potential for us to have, for us, a premium guest.
Yeah. Percentage wise, 0 to 100. What do you say the chances of this happening? And I'll be honest, anything over 5% of fucking, it's got a shot in my eyes.
I would say 73%.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
73%. Now,
that's you got to be the one to. You're obviously the one in contact and in the driver's seat per se. So
yeah, I would say a solid.
Those eggs are in your basket, bud. Don't fuck this up.
Well, I'm not gonna fuck it up, but like I also don't want to push and
don't.
Yeah.
Hey, casual conversation. Hey, you're doing this. Guess what? We do this.
Yeah.
Guess what? I can help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
While this is all going on, what do you say?
We co-brand it. It'll be a co-branded effort.
No, that's not what the collab.
Oh,
feet. They call them the biz.
Feet. Yeah.
No, I got a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
I was supposed to ask you this.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And I guess you started talking about feet. First episode tonight. Second one that we just did for an hour and a half will air next week.
Yes.
It was tough talking about being in the future while we're in the past. It was difficult for both of us. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got to delete all these topics we already talked about here. I do a little bit of fucking work.
Hey.
All right.
Great.
And I'm just going to phrase this generally.
Broad scope.
Yep, broad scope. Yep, broad strokes.
When you take time off drinking and then you go back to drinking?
It's difficult, bro.
Golly, gumdrops. Pardon my language, but I'm LIT, light.
In the loafers. All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Question.
So it's more of a you fill in a blank question.
Okay.
It's not a question. It's just you fill in the blank at the end.
Love
Okay. And I know this is going to go completely sideways because my answer isn't going to be anywhere close to yours, but it is unbelievably hot if a woman does X. If she does this, what is unbelievably hot that a woman could do that would be like, bang, you have all my attention. Holy fuck, that was amazing.
Can I ask for some context? Are we romantically involved?
Nope.
Is it just
a female in general? This girl could walk down the street and she could be putting one foot in front of another. And you'd be like, wow, that's fucking hot. She's able to walk like that. Hey, that girl ate a hot dog and didn't spill any condiments down the front of her shirt. Hey, this girl painted her toenails. It looks amazing. Anything. You do not need to be dating this, married to this
First
woman.
thing that comes to mind that I think of, which would make someone. I mean, there's 1,000 things, right? But
there is.
What is unbelievably hot that a woman can do that makes her stick out? I mean, if you go easy, it'd be like,
dude, there's no right or wrong answer to this. There's not.
There's the low hanging fruit is, side boob. There's low hanging fruit of, fucking rocket pops. You know what I mean? Like there's that low hanging fruit. You know where I get.
So say you're not gonna grab the low apple on the droopy branch. You're actually gonna get the ladder out and take a few steps.
If I'm in a place, let's say I'm just at this corner, let's say I'm at this beach bar, and this person is not involved with my group, but I'm just like watching everything happen, right? When a girl goes and insists that she goes and if a girl goes and gets drinks for the people she's with and like kind of pushes the issue and is like the queen of fun, that to me is like one of the most attractive things a girl can do. Okay. Like, and obviously it's easy to say like the wind blows a skirt up or something down, right? But like I think that when you see someone that is committed to having fun, or how you and I do it sometimes, you have to push the issue to have fun.
Yeah.
And she's dragging all her friends. No, we're doing this and whatever, like that kind of stuff. And she's not annoying, but she's cool about it. That to me is 1A, because every asshole, like we have phones. There's fucking Instagram. Like if you want to see camel toe, it's a click away. Right. But I'm telling you right now, when a girl is committed to having a great fucking time, even if I never talk to the girl or never see the girl, like, it's that like we're going to have fun and she's joking and she's like likable. That to me is like 1A. And that's probably the shittiest answer I can give you because like
I said, there's no right or wrong answer. I just asked you what you think is what would a girl do that you're like, holy fuck, that was amazing.
Yeah, I think that kind of stuff. And I hate to make it about drinking or whatever, because it's really not. But like, I think if someone's like just going and like committed to having the best fucking time, laughing and that kind of stuff, like from across the place, you see that she's so likable, she's so cool, and she's not being a dick about things. That to me is like grade A type shit.
Cool.
And what's yours? Camel toe?
No. Camel toe. A girl backing into a parking spot.
There you go. Yeah. So
I watched it the other day, and this lady got out of her car. I'm like, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody shits on dudes for backing into parking spots, and we do it very well, and we do it all the time. But to see a female do it, I was impressed. I mean, I didn't get a boner by any means. It wasn't that, but it was like, I guess I could have phrased that, what would a girl do? It's super impressive when a girl does X. Your answer probably could have been the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong here. But watching this chick back into a parking spot, Krista backs into a lot of parking spots for the most part.
Sure.
So I had to leave Bob's volleyball game yesterday to go to poker. And Krista left from work and went right to the game. I took Brady from the house. I parked right next to her. I backed in next to her. She also backed into a parking spot.
Hot.
As I left, because I had to run out to poker, I collapsed her mirrors at her Jeep. She didn't say anything to me until 24 hours later, exactly tonight. She goes, "Oh, by the way, you fucking asshole, I almost got into an accident because I went to move over and my mirror wasn't there."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. No, I think.
Like, how do you know it was me? She's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, I mean, like, if you were to ask me that question when I'm 19, it'd be like fucking.
It'd be 100% different. I mean,
that kind of shit, right?
yeah,
Like,
girl eating a fucking hot dog or licking ice cream, or hey,
I'm
a
old
chick in a
enough to
tank
get it.
top eating a banana. Yeah, we get it.
And this will probably bring us to a weird pivot. I'm more interested in people that are fun and cool to be around than anything else. That's it. Like when a girl, and this is going to sound misogynistic, I guess. When a girl is guy funny,
we've mentioned this.
yeah, when a girl is guy funny, that takes absolute precedent over anything else. I don't care if you are overweight. I don't care if you have acne. I don't care.
Humor, I think, trumps looks.
Oh, for sure.
7 days a week. And I've said this before, and I believe it's true. You can be an ugly dude. You have a personality and you're funny. You're going to fuck a lot of girls. You can be a good looking dude and have the personality of a dead fish. You don't fuck anybody.
In the water. Yeah. I was at, for my birthday, I was at this lake house and they made, pizza, like what are those fucking bagel bite type things, like, but they're like little pockets or whatever. They call them pizza rolls, but they're not.
They're yes, pizza rolls are the little square guys.
Yeah, so
you dip them in blue cheese.
Yeah, so I was gonna go get some, and this girl goes, "Oh, I'll get it for you." That's all it takes. Not for me to be like, "Oh, she's the hottest girl of all time." It was just like, I don't know that there will be a moment in my life where I don't remember this moment. That's all it takes. It could be something as simple as backing into a fucking parking garage or parking space.
Yeah.
It's easy shit. And I actually feel really, really bad. I'm friends with people that, when I go out on Wednesdays, I call it my old men's club. Like some of the guys are in their 70s. Just like some of the people you hang out with. And then some people.
That's we call it Breakfast Club at Vinny's.
Yeah.
It's me and 67-year-old dudes having a great time, laughing and talking about everything.
Yeah. Some people I hang out with are still in their 20s. And and you hear the horror stories of like, there's still guys out there like, oh yeah, I went out with this guy, but then I burped and then he never called me back. It's like, what? What are you doing? Like, why be around anyone like that? It makes no sense at all. And I don't try to like lecture him, but like the old guy, like, hey, you should find someone that values you or all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't get why. And we talked about this, I think, with dating stuff. Was it the live one or was it? Oh, it was not the live one.
I don't remember. There's things right now I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. But anyways, it gets a little strange with like all these like notions of like, I think everyone has to feel. Nowadays, people have to feel that they need to be a 10 out of 10. As you get older, I'm good with a 2 out of 10 if the person's fun to be around.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Well, I'm addicted to those. There's this weird parlay.
Segue? Tangent.
There is.
No, motherfucker, you play the whole goddamn thing. You're gonna fucking taser me with it. You're gonna get it too.
Fair. Fair. When I can't go into specifics.
You have to sign an NDA.
No, but there is one of the soccer moms. Okay, she's not insanely pretty or anything like that, but that lady is always laughing. Always. Not like cackling, not forced, but she just seems like she's always in a good mood. At this age in my life, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was at we went out after hockey. Fuck, man. This had to be
7 months ago.
It was just before COVID. And we went to the bar that was sponsoring us, get our beers, and we ordered food and shit like that. And one dude got hammered. He was banging money in the jukebox. And there was friends there, and there was this younger girl there. She was in her very early. She was 21, 22. Something got brought up about sports.
Legit.
And I fucking jumped in to the conversation and started talking.
Mm-hmm.
This girl pulled out a chair, sat me down, talked to me in circles.
Yeah.
About a sport that I was very knowledgeable about.
Sure.
She was talking about shit that was levels above me.
Yeah.
And my buddy goes, yeah, she's at Syracuse, finishing up her sports, whatever degree. She wants to go into announcing games and shit like that.
That's cool. Yeah.
This chick was 21, 22.
Yeah.
Knew more about sports than I did.
Yep.
25 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
I would have walked across the street, broke into my friend's jewelry store, stole a ring, and came back and put it on her finger.
Right.
And I'm like, you're going places.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just
when you go
so good to talk sports and even being, I don't want to say belittled or anything, but even playing second fiddle to this girl.
She was mansplaining to you, but she was a female.
Yeah, but not even really. But it was just so nice to know that she had fucking numbers.
Yeah.
And stats and information that I may have heard, but I didn't know. She knew this shit. And it was just like, I just sat there going, wow. It was such a relief to talk to somebody like that.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Just be cool.
And that's what I said. I was like, fucking good for you. And I'm like, I hope I remember your name, which I have no fucking clue. Or a friend of mine might have known her. And so when you make the big time, I can say, I know that girl. I met her at a bar one day. She was so fucking, I'm glad for her. It was just like, it was so nice to be able to see that shit. But here you and I are.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were just talking about this, no, that's not even it. We're not even close to that. But as you were talking earlier, I started thinking about it. You and I were just talking about how we want more women to be dudes. Does that make us gay? Because you were talking earlier, you're like, guy funny. You want a chick to be guy funny. I want a girl to talk about sports.
Yeah.
And current events and be well versed on what's going on. That's what we do. Are we looking for chicks that are like dudes?
Well, no. So here's the thing though. Not
that there's anything wrong with being gay.
No.
Not my gig. It's everybody. It's some other people's.
We have a lot of friends that partake in the gayness, and that's fine. But here's the thing. It can also turn into this thing. Like, so when you don't have it, when you're starved for it and you see it, it sticks out.
Yeah.
But if you're around it all the time, it probably gets a little annoying. That can be it too. So I think there's give and takes with all of it. But like when for some reason, like if I'm somewhere and I've bought a couple drinks and someone goes, no, I'll get you a beer. That's like, whoa, holy fuck. Because where you come from, where I come from, like we pick up the tab. I'm not going to let you buy me a shot. I'll buy myself a shot. But when someone goes, no, I got it for you. It's like, God damn, really? Right. And it's not that Chris doesn't buy you drinks and Tanya doesn't buy me drinks. But like when someone else goes out of pocket and goes, I'm going to go get that for you. Yeah.
Some random dude today handed me a drink chip. He's like, here. It was good talking to you. I'm like, thanks. Now it's in my truck, and I got fucking 80,000 of them. Because
he's like, now give me some feet pics.
Hey,
check out on a birthday cake.
White van outside. I'll be in there.
His van says,
I'll be in there.
He sells. It says grape fan, but the G is like silent.
It's faded. It's really faded.
He's always losing a puppy that he needs help with.
My dog keeps running away.
Yeah, it's fucked up. No, that's a weird thing. Tanya's pretty good at going like, hey, sometimes she'll elbow me. She'll be like, look over there. And it'll be a 10 out of 10. And you're like, whoa. And then Tanya's like, yeah, I know. Right. I'm like,
the conversation can end right there.
Yeah. That's all it takes. Yeah. So I think also too, like, Tanya, and I'm sure Chris does too. Like, it's like they do those things that you probably don't even appreciate because you have it so much that it's old hat.
Yeah.
But when you see a new hat, you're like, oh my God, it's fucking like that. Yeah, it turns into something else. So
it was fun last Saturday. We went to a meat raffle, and afterwards we're like, all right, we got a little time. Let's buzz down the street and go to Vinny's. All right, cool. We walk in. We obviously know people, and we're having a beer. Chris is like, let's play darts. I'm like, this is gonna end badly for you.
Right.
And I bitched her up and down. Like, I think she went 0-5. I said, you had enough? She's like, again. I was like, she's like, I'm gonna win. I'm like, no, you're not. Yeah. And I go, remember that time like 2 years ago when you beat me like 4 times in a row? That was the last time that happened.
Right.
It won't happen again.
Yeah. But like, you know,
but I appreciated that shit. I was like, let's play darts. Like, pick your game that you think you're gonna beat me at. And like, we were playing the gotcha game. Have you ever played that?
No.
It's a race to 301.
Mm-hmm.
But if the second player or whatever hits your score, you go back to 0.
Oh shit.
So it's tough. You want to be ahead, obviously, but you don't want to be because the other person can catch you.
Mm-hmm.
And while you've been drinking, and I'm not the world's greatest dart player, it's hard to fucking drill numbers unless it's a nice, easy number that you've hit many times.
Yeah.
So Krista throws her darts. She gets up. She hands me the darts. She stares into my fucking eyes. She goes, I'm going to the bathroom. If I come back and I have 0 points, your dick will never be used again. So I threw a couple darts and I got close and I'm like, fuck. I just threw it out the front door. Like, see you later.
Yeah. No, dude, there is, I
hate letting people win, but at that moment I had to throttle it back a little.
We have some friends that, occasionally come out this way and, they have their own dart set and shit, you know, like, and
I have them too here.
So yeah. But like,
I would never use them.
The anxiety I have when they're like, "Oh no, let's all play darts," and the girl's like, "Hey, go get our dart set." I'm like, "Fuck off!" Like really, like
when they ask you that, do you just walk up to the dart put and put your hand on it?
Basically, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's let's
do it. And you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is how I play darts.
Yeah, this is how I play darts. My friend and Daryl and I, we just throw darts at each other's hands. And
Nolan Ryan style.
Oh, dude, I think I threw my shoulder out. I needed fucking
worst thing that, I mean, honestly, somebody should end up in the hospital with a dart through the thick part of their hand.
Sure.
The worst thing that happened is you got a bruised fingernail.
Right
after
tip.
that.
Yeah. Right the tip. Yeah.
Right. It was on the inside part too.
Inside, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was
that was the worst thing that happened from that game. And at first it was like we were just chucking them. And then it started picking up. You know, we were throwing 10 miles an hour and then the speed went up. And then there was an audience. I mean, of course we got to ratchet it up because
I was Ricky Vaughning it towards the end.
I was trying to break the land speed record to throw a dart through your fucking hand.
Yeah.
Was that the same night we were throwing darts? Was it darts or ice across? It was darts.
It was darts.
We were throwing darts across the bar trying to knock people's drinks over.
Yeah, we're trying to get it into somebody's drink. But they were
How did we not get our asses beat that night?
Well, because we're both really tall.
The bartender, I don't know. I think it might have been Garrett. I think he might have saved our ass that night.
Probably, yeah. But we're also both pretty tall. So like
but it wasn't like we were picking on the short people and the ugly people.
No.
We were picking on whoever had a drink that they didn't have their hand on across the bar that we thought we could hit. Because guess what? We can't hit a bullseye from 8 feet to save our life. But guess what? I can throw this dart in that guy's drink 27 feet across a bar and over 14 people.
Yeah, I know.
I got this.
So dumb. But hey, you live and you learn. Yeah, no, the you know, I always want to, I take, even with golf, I take it so seriously when we're playing golf that I wish I was really good at golf. And then I don't take the time to get good at golf.
You
I regressed this year. Go ahead, say it.
I don't know how to actually put this, and I'm not trying to spare your feelings because fuck your feelings. You try to play better than your abilities. Play better than your abilities. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah. Yeah, for everything.
If I was, and going into next summer, once I hit lessons and everything this year, I'll be able to hit the ball straight. I can hit the ball 280, 300.
Sure.
You cannot.
No.
You try to.
Yes.
And it ends badly.
Yes.
You need to, what they say in the biz, we've said that so many times tonight, is play within your strengths. Just here's your window.
Stay in the cart.
Stay there, man.
Just stay in the cart.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, with our group, with you, me, and the Ryans, we're there for fun.
And here's what drives me.
We're there to get hammered.
Yes, and we did great.
We're not going to win it.
No.
But let's play okay.
I have the ability, like strength-wise, to probably do it. I've never played golf ever.
Yes, your swing is
Charles Barkley
stiff. You are rigid and stiff on the golf course.
In general.
Yes.
In general. Yeah.
And that's what hurts you. And I honestly think playing a little more. You don't have to play all the time. Like I said, I told Krista, I said, if I have to come back from this shoulder injury and can't play hockey, it's going to devastate me. But I want to still be able to golf.
Sure.
I don't want to be Tiger Woods. I don't want to be club pro winner at the fucking golf course or, you know, whatever, like the members champion. I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play better where it's not embarrassing that I'm fucking duck hooking every fucking drive. I want to be able to smack my drive out there 270, you know, regularly 300 with a little bit of wind, or just catch it right in a fucking sweet spot and be able to play from there. So I said that's where I'm going to spend my time and my money now, is getting lessons, trying to figure it out.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. And press conference, we need like a teletype type of fucking sound effect. You know, I am committed, even though we might not do the golf tournament as we've done the last 3 years.
Why not?
Well, I think Tracy is not doing it anymore.
He might.
So that
because his kid's aging out of that.
So the golf tournament might go away because no one else is going to pick up the slack, right?
Yeah.
I'm committed to being a better golfer. Because I think also you get time out, you go and, you hang out a little bit,
It's like, what time are you going to be home? When I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the slowest golfer on the course. And honestly, if I'm out golfing with friends and I shank one off the tee into the fucking woods, and I know I saw it hit the rough and bounce, I walk in there and I look for 30 seconds.
Yeah. I
come out, drop my ball, take my stroke, and I go.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around, but a regular round of golf on a normal day going to take you 4 hours.
Yeah. Easy.
I'm not speed golfing. Why am I out here golfing? To escape reality, to get away from my job, my wife, my kids, responsibility. Right. I want to have a few beers. I want to smoke a nice cigar, and I want to talk shit with my buddies.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
I agree.
Golf tournaments are a completely different animal. And I explained that to Chris. I'm like, if I go golfing with you, me, and a couple other dudes at Cass Park,
5 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. We'll be done.
Right.
Golf tournaments, I go, they're a 6 or 7 hour ordeal all day.
Yeah, it's an all day thing. Yep.
Because there's so many people.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many shitty golfers out there. So many people looking for their fucking 75-cent ball in the woods because that's what they want. And you get to a par 3 and there's 5 fucking groups backed up.
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
You're just sitting there and it just takes. And then you get to the turn. Everybody stops. Refill beer. take a piss or shit, grab your lunch, eat your lunch,
Right.
meander the fucking next hole, and continue on. Then you get done. Then there's a steak dinner. There's prizes. It is a long fucking day. I mean,
All day.
dude, sometimes I think that one that we golf and it's like an 8-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
We start at 8 a.m. and by time the raffles and all that shit are done, it's like 4 PM.
Yep.
We are completely fucking bombed by that.
Right.
Because we are what they call
awesome.
Yes, and very irresponsible.
Oh yeah.
Well, with the driving, we're very good because we never drive to the tournament because we're usually really drunk from the night before, and we have sober people pick us up.
And we were actually pretty good this year. We're okay.
We hit a wall though. It's like it's a Sunday tournament, which is tough because a lot of those guys, everybody basically has to go to work. And people come out to see us lately. We've been the stars of this fucking show.
So dumb.
And it's like, let's go out. And everybody's like, we're going to work tomorrow and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, fuck.
And then there's always someone that is overdoing it. So
this year it was somebody.
Yeah, one of our friends.
Yep.
And a couple years ago was me because I was drugged by one of our friends.
And it's like every year we have like these great intentions of going out. We go back to the bar we were at Saturday night. We're like, let's fucking go. This year we went back. And like I texted you earlier about the 5-hour energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do like
it's
Red
like
Bull or whatever, that's going to jack you up.
Sure.
That's fine. 5-hour energies only work if you have some energy.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep you level. If you take one when your battery's on 5%, it's not boosting you. It's keeping you at 5% so you don't go to 0. You're still tired. You're still fucking lethargic.
Teetering.
We went there you were fired up. We're like, let's go. We walked in, we ordered a drink. You got about 4 sips in and you're like, fucking tired. I'm like, I paid for our 1 beer each. We went back to the Airbnb and we watched Sunday Night Football.
And I hate to like blame it on age too. I hate it because it's only
Dude, we got to admit at this point in our lives it has a little to do with it, and I know it.
It does. Yeah, some wind is out of our sails.
Correct. Yes.
It's fine. This whole like maybe 2 weeks. For some reason, around 7:30 at night, I'm like, God damn, I'm tired. Usually, I'm done with work when the kids start going to bed. It's usually a little ramp up time for me. Not like smashing booze or whatever. Just like I get to hang out with Tanya or I get to watch a show and I get to not worry about work or the kids. Everyone's safe. All clients are happy. I can just chill. And I've been falling asleep on the couch as the kids are getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
And is that because I'm 44? I have no idea. Zero idea.
Dude, I mean, if we're going to let's assign percentages to that. Let's say 20% to that. Let's say 40% because you're fucking at work.
Yeah. And
and just, there's just so much shit that goes in it. And I thought about this too. I mean, this whole being not going to work and living a normal person that would work a first shift job and going to bed at 11, 12 at night. I mean, which I guess if you're getting up in the morning, you're not staying up that late. You might. Some people can function, whatever.
I usually do. Yeah.
And I found that if I'm going to like aside from last night, like Tuesday, Wednesday night, I was watching TV. Krista fell asleep on the couch. Kids are in bed sleeping. I'm watching Netflix shit. And my fucking eyes are closing. I could feel my head drifting. And I was like,
I know, dude. It's the worst.
And I look at my phone. It's 10:40. I'm like,
yep.
And I know in my head, I'm like, I can't go to bed this early.
Right.
I can't because I'll be up at fucking 5 or 6.
Yep.
I'll have to take a piss or whatever. And I'm not going back to sleep. And then I'm fucked. And then I got to tell my wife that, hey, I need a nap. She's like, what are you looking to need a nap? Well, this happened. But I have noticed lately that I've been tapping out a little earlier. And I'm like, I got a month before I go back to work. So it's going to take those like last 10 days are when I'm gonna have to start staying up
You
all
are
fucking
gonna be
night. So
absolutely fucked if you don't. I mean,
yeah, and I'm gonna have to start conditioning that where I'm gonna sleep in later. I'm gonna stay up later at night, and I'm gonna tell Crystal, listen, this is what it's gonna be like. Just I'm gonna watch TV till 3 or 4. Just kind of start pushing it. And I mean, the first nights back to work are gonna suck, but
so my shit too is like when I wake up in the morning, let's say Tanya goes to work and she has
feeling like P. Diddy.
I don't know what that means.
Kesha song.
I
wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Oh, really?
I brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Something like that. That's a Kesha song.
This is the only song I like.
Go. Hey,
dude, I can't get enough of this shit.
Okay, they go from the dome, exploring topics, they just turn in
this guy
so
is
big
my
in
favorite
Germany
rapper.
that you would think they Germany's own. Daryl and Chris hold the reins, get them hooked, right?
I mean, go. Oh shit! And the fact that like we're named in it.
Yo, he uses my name twice.
I know. And I paid this guy.
I know. So glad.
This is what those people do to you. They take and take and take and take.
And then they fuck it.
Terrific.
I need to get the music bed to that. That is great. Let's sing his praises again. This guy is fucking awesome. I like him.
Usually when I get a a voice text from you,
yeah,
I'm very scared.
Yep.
And you sent it, and then you followed it right up with another text. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I don't want to play this. I'm looking around, I'm like, fucking kid Brady's in living. Was at volleyball practice, whatever. And Chris was doing something, and I'm like, do I turn the volume up? So I was like, I turned it up a little bit and I listened to it. And I was like, the fuck's this? Turn up a little more. I'm like, pause the TV. I'm like, hang on. Fucking turn the volume all the way up. And I played it again. I'm like, Krista, you got to hear this.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I'm like, we just found our new intro music. She's like, oh boy. And she played it. I played it and she's like, not bad.
It works.
Yeah, and I played it. I'll come home. I'm like, you got to hear this. Dad is in a rap song. She's like, did you rap? Or how? And I'm like, no, because your dad's got a big, thick, stupid, drunk tongue and can't rap.
No.
And I go, no. I said, Uncle Chris had somebody write a song for our podcast, and they talk about us. She's like, all right, let's hear it. So I played it, and you just at the end you could just see her head start moving a little bit. She's like, "Not bad, not bad."
Yeah, yeah. I played it for our Tez, I think yesterday. And he was head bobbing a little bit.
Yeah.
My thing too is like when I go to bed, I know in the morning I have to wake up, and when I wake up, it is like kids, bus, coffee, work, and then. Maybe around like 3:30, I get a little bit of maybe a little bit of a break. And so I try to push the envelope a little bit of the awake time at night because like it's not the morning yet. And that sucks too. Because like, you know, as long as it's not like the morning, I'm not like fucking sprint working. Like and that sucks. But
it's going on 1:30 here, and I don't really have much to do tomorrow. I got to go meet Hurt, have a couple beers. If it ain't raining, me and Brady are gonna make a trip to the storage unit and hang out. Then Krista and Aubrey are going to Taylor Swift movie at night.
Ooh.
So it's me and Brady hanging out, and Michigan doesn't play till 7:30. So I'm like, we're just gonna be chilling tomorrow.
Yeah. It's SIU's homecoming game tomorrow. So we're gonna hang out in the morning and then we're gonna go tailgate for a little bit, go to the game. And then one of our friends is doing like a music release party. He's launching an album, so we're gonna go to that.
Sweet.
And I don't know. just whatever. Who the fuck knows? It sucks. Like Tanya works. I think she's getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Yeah, and because she's taking time off for Thursday and Friday when we're going to be in Buffalo, she's on the tail end of a 10-day shift straight. What?
Click the TV button.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Going to your bag of things.
Oh yeah. Hang on. So I have this drawstring bag. There is a whole bunch of ping pong balls that are labeled, numbered, not labeled, numbered. And on my phone, I have in my notes a corresponding question to each one of these numbers. Some of these we may not be able to use because there was a special setup for our live podcast.
What's that?
You ain't black.
Again, I got ahead of myself. So
live
I'm going to podcast. I'm going to
speaking. You could actually be the president of our country.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to draw
Scranton
a number here. And
have you seen Joe Biden's chin?
I just saw something about this.
It
looks
looks
like fucking Peter from Family Guy, and then it changed, and they're like, oh, there's 84 duplicates. I was like, they're doing this GI Joe fucking movie bullshit all over again.
It's getting a little strange.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I mean, I know we were supposed to talk. Everybody wanted us to talk about conspiracy theories, and it was funny. You're like, hey, everybody picked that, and we're both like, what are the new ones this week? I know though. It was funny. Somebody was debunking some flat Earth bullshit the other day, and they put a picture of our solar system with the 8 planets in it, and they're like, "Well, this is weird." And the sun's round, and then all the planets are round except for the Earth is flat. You're like, what the fuck?
Sounds good, man.
Yeah,
sounds good.
And then the other day, I mean, you ask flat Earth people, provide us with a map.
Yeah.
Show us what it looks like. And they can't. And even the ones they do are complete and utter bullshit. And people are like, hey, where does the water go? And they're like, well, don't you know that it's surrounded in an ice wall that you're not allowed to fly over? I'm like, but that's also complete and utter bullshit too. So, again, the whole conspiracy theory, if there's 1,000 of them, I might plausibly say 5 of them are right.
Sure.
But the fucking conspiracy theorists are trying to take credit for the COVID vaccines. Listen, all you had to do was have a little bit of a brain and knew it was all bullshit. A vaccine, as it's in the dictionary.
Hold on. Wait. So YouTube, this is for comedic value only. Please don't give us another strike. Go ahead. Please. .com.
COVID. Vaccines, as are defined in the dictionary, is a shot that you can receive to prevent you from getting said disease. So if I've got a shot to prevent me from getting polio, but I keep getting polio, is it really a vaccine?
No.
Does it work?
No.
So the polio vaccine.
Well, then it comes down to what's that word? Efficacy.
Yeah, efficacy. Yeah, I don't think the C's a hard C.
No, it's.
Is it efficacy or is it efficacy? I don't know how people. Yeah.
I think it's efficacy. Efficacy.
Okay, whatever.
Liberal arts.
Efficiency.
Oh, good, nice.
Yeah. But they rushed this vaccine through, because they had emergency powers.
Sure.
Again,
allegedly,
they, yes, as right behind you, they labeled it a vaccine, and they said if you get this shot, these words came out of your president's mouth. If you get the shot, you will not get COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I got COVID way more after the vaccine.
Yeah. Guess who didn't get the shot? Guess where COVID never came?
I bet you had COVID.
Not, dude, I never had any of those symptoms. Not one.
I know.
Krista had it, and my mom had it in November. My mom had it in November. Krista had it in December before this happened.
Mm.
So like 2-3 months before it went worldwide. What's up, Pitbull? Shout out Pitbull, Mr.
Shout
Worldwide.
He will not be our guest.
No,
but it's close.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they both had it because they had all that shit. But again, Krista allegedly, we would say, got it from my mom on Thanksgiving. Krista got sick before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen her like this ever.
It's not
she
good.
Usually battles through, and she was down and out for 4 fucking days.
You literally sleep a lot. Yeah.
I didn't get sick. Aubrey didn't get sick. Brady didn't get sick. We were all in the same household, breathing the same air, using the same utensils, living our lives, touching the same doorknobs. Nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But again, vaccines are supposed to prevent you from getting said infection.
Allegedly.
I
need an allegedly button.
Was not a vaccine.
I agree. I concur. Question.
But anybody with a brain can differentiate the two.
Mm-hmm.
But conspiracy theorists are like, we were right about that. So was fucking 97% of the population, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Stop taking credit for the low-hanging fruit.
Sure.
We get it.
I get it. Mm-hmm.
You want to fucking claim that the earth is flat? Prove it. You can't. The other fucking thing I got is a Facebook group for flat earthers. They put up a post, or it was a Twitter account that says flat earthers have members all over the globe.
now
wait a second here.
What's a globe?
Time out. You
right.
fucking idiots. I guess I also I guess we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories here for a hot second.
Why not?
Chemtrails.
Sure.
Okay. They've been debunked. Still, there's some plausibility to them. I get it. Right. I understand that. That's fine. I got questions though. Who at the airport is refilling these tanks of the government's chemicals? Okay. There are thousands of airports. Can we say that? Is there that many?
Yeah. Yeah. You could say that. Yep.
That have thousands of employees refilling the poison gas in these planes. It's not all planes. It's only some that are spewing this poison on us. Okay. So there's part one.
Right.
Part two is, what is this chemical that they're spraying on us? Part three is, where are all the people getting sick?
Here's the thing. Hold on. Wait, real quick.
Okay.
So a long time ago, the whole concept of chemtrails was they're affecting the weather with this kind of shit, right?
Cloud seeding.
Yes. And that's a real thing.
That is a real thing. And even the scientists claimed it doesn't work.
Sure.
But like they thought it would. Does it do a little bit? Yeah.
But it's a thing, right? So
yeah.
Here's what's really weird. This week, there's something that came out for this Israel Palestine thing, right?
Yeah, I don't really understand that, but
sure.
Not my problem.
So Israel needs funding from the United States to make something called an iron beam.
Okay? Israel is an ally.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Because we protect them, they don't do shit for us.
Right. So there's this thing. So with the Hawaii stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
They're saying that hypothetically, allegedly, tinfoil hat. They're saying that there's a direct energy weapon that fired a bunch of shit, right? And everyone's coming out that saying this does not exist. There's no such thing as a DEW, right?
Yeah, but a guy in the European Basketball League had it written on his forehead.
Sure.
Or the side of his head. He had it carved into his head from his barber. And the conspiracy theorists have video of it working.
Right.
Okay.
But then this week, Daryl.
Yes, Chris.
There is a this is on Newsweek, okay? As Israel's Iron Dome works overtime against Hamas-fired rockets, attention is turning to next-generation air defense systems, the Iron Beam. Iron Beam. The
Iran Beam?
For Israel's protective measures. Israel's new laser-based system is set to make its debut on the battlefield in the near future, reports suggest earlier this week. However, although it's unclear when exactly the Iron Beam could be used operationally, almost 2 weeks of attacks from the Palestine group Hamas certainly make it a case for the new high-energy laser weapon system.
Hang on, what country is that coming from?
So this is on Newsweek.
Okay, but which country has this weapon?
Israel does.
Okay, so we need to stop right there.
Originally scheduled to be deployed in 2025, Israel's defense ministry is now speeding through its development after the outbreak of hostiles with Hamas, blah, 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 whatever. Experts say the Iron Beam will be considerably more affordable than its interceptor rocket counterpart. So instead of launching rockets to blow up missiles before they get you, they're going to have this beam, right? So there is such a thing as what people were pontificating about what was happening in Hawaii. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, the people in their mom's basement, they know. They know. They're really good at this. They're really good at making memes and stretching the truth.
Yeah, but it is kind of crazy that for the last, 3 months. Ooh, careful. I think a door's open.
That's your one in there. I didn't realize.
It's a little tuning.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange that like when all this shit's happening in Hawaii, everyone's like, "There's no fucking way it's this or whatever." Yeah, blue roofs were left alone, but everything else was burned. Sure. Kind of crazy that Hawaii turned off the water rate when all this shit's happening. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Sure. Never happened.
Here's my problem, though, with what you just said.
Sure.
Israel, of all countries in the world, is coming up with this weapon. Not China, not Russia, not the United States. Israel is leading the charge with this type of weapon.
Yeah.
That in itself is complete and utter dog shit.
So you don't think that they have this system at all?
No.
Okay.
How the fuck can they? The United States is the most technological.
Ooh, boy. Jesus.
I fucking went into it going, I'm nailing this. And I partway through, I'm like, I'm going to fuck
you were vehement. Fuck me in the ass.
At this point, you might as well just play it on loop. Just lower the volume, just play it on loop. Technologically advanced country.
Yep.
In the world.
Yep.
But Israel,
yeah, here we go.
Is beating us to the punch. Okay, I'm kidding. Cut the shit. I'm still here.
Keep it rolling, dude.
That's where I'm drawing the line here in the stand and saying I'm calling bullshit on that.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I'm getting it, but like up until Hawaii, nobody thought that this one thing existed. Period. Right?
The people in the mom's basements did. They knew this.
Well, yeah, but
I got to make sure I turn my head slow so my hat fell off.
But here's the thing. It does kind of exist, though, right?
I think it does in some aspect. I don't think it exists in the aspect that these people think it does. Well, I mean, you're sitting there watching these videos that the fucking flat earther conspiracy theorists are putting out. I'm like, that is completely fucking Photoshop. There's not a C-130 floating around with a big fucking dome on the front. My problem with all this is there's too many people involved that somebody's not saying anything. Same thing with the chemtrails. You're telling me some asshole, his job, while his buddies are throwing fucking your luggage out of the thing, his job is to pull out this fucking weed sprayer into the back of the fucking plane, pump it up, and fill up this little cartridge that when the plane hits 29,412 feet, it's just going to spray shit out.
Okay.
These conspiracy theorists say chemtrails are spitting out chemicals all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, where are these conspiracy theorists?
All right.
Outside. Hang on. Outside, under these chemtrails, taking pictures to prove that. Why are you not sick? What is poisoning us?
That is a fair point. That's a fair point.
What is this chemical that is allegedly being rained down upon us? That is slowly killing people.
It's fine. And we're just two drunk guys in our basement right now. And it's fine.
Oh, you're in the basement. I'm not in the basement.
You're kind of you're at a lower level.
Higher level than a basement. I'm in a Florida room. They call this, right? That's what they call these stupid sunrooms, right? Florida room?
I have no idea.
I think.
Do you feel
I call it a Florida room.
Okay, cool.
I do not know. I'm cold.
I'm going to the Florida room. Fuck you guys.
But I'm going to Florida.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of strange that, and hear me out. I'm not arguing with you at all. Okay. It's kind of strange.
We're on the same page for the most part here.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of strange that everyone and their brother wants to say that chemtrails don't exist. Right? They don't. It's not possible. And then you find out that there is such a thing as cloud seeding. Okay? Weird. I'm just saying.
Those are two different things.
Right. But so let's call it, both of them are like 50% right. Right? The technology exists. Does it work? Yeah. Who knows? But there are companies that do this thing called cloud seeding. Right? Mm-hmm. There just are. Hawaii happens. Shit's getting burned up, and magically some houses don't get burned up. And it just so happens that the houses that don't get burned up are owned by the people that are worth keeping there. Right? Yes, Daryl, go ahead.
How do you stop a wildfire from not burning one house on the block?
I don't know, but why did it happen? I don't know, because I'm not that smart.
I'm not either, and there's just so many holes that are poked in this, and like I said, these conspiracy theorists just need a crack, and they're fucking blasting through.
I totally get you, yeah, and I'm not going to argue that either.
But and they're like, why are they putting up all the fucking black, tarp walls so we can't see and we can't report and all this other shit? I'm like, there's fucking people's houses, there's probably dead bodies and shit, and I think that is the way to go. But
maybe,
and and that was the whole thing with the whole Hawaii thing. I'm like, I started to like question it too. I got caught up in it.
I'm in it. Like I think I'm. If
but
you're
they were like these
100%,
conspiracy theorists were
48%.
talking about like, how did this car melt like this? And everybody's like, motherfucker, you're literally just saying this car is burning at 3,400 degrees in a controlled environment.
Yep.
You're talking about dry grass in an open field with wind, with nothing impeding it. And people are like, temperatures can get up to X, which would melt the aluminum rims, because they're like, oh, this was set on purpose because the fucking rims melted. Look at this river of aluminum.
Yeah.
And people were like,
it gets very.
You got to understand how this works. And there's just, for these conspiracy theories to be true, there are way too many fucking people that need to be involved.
I get,
That B have to be on the fucking same page.
Yep.
And that C aren't going to fucking talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And D, under absolutely perfect fucking conditions for this to work.
Right.
You ain't having them all. You're not having them all. Some fucking 27-year-old kid working at the airport making $22 an hour is not filling airplanes full of chemicals and not talking to his fucking friend about it.
I agree.
It just can't happen. They're like, oh, they got character actors, they got this. There's too many people in play for this to be a thing. And I get this. As I got older, I get questioning the government. And when we're younger,
I think we're at an all-time
we were younger
for people that don't believe that the government is actually doing what they say. I think
and that's fine. And they need to.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger, I wouldn't say the government was, putting their arm around us and coddling us. It was in better shape then.
Yeah.
Now, these motherfuckers do not care about us. They care about lining their pockets. Like, was it last week? Or the week before? You went through, or somebody went through the presidents, how much they were worth going in and how much they were worth coming out.
Yeah.
And that goes same for anybody in Congress,
Mm-hmm.
every one of them in the Senate, all that shit. They're there for the money. We know this. And I think, I don't want to say we're woke, but I do want to say that more people's eyes are open.
It's kind of crazy that even before the Hamas attacks, a lot of these people were, a lot of the people in Congress were putting their stocks and putting their money into the company that's completely in bed with making systems for Israel.
Did this happen before COVID too?
Probably, yeah.
As that all happened, they all started buying into the pharmaceuticals?
100%. 100%.
Every one of those motherfuckers should be in jail.
So that's not a conspiracy, right? That's actually probably more fact than conspiracy, right?
And that's the thing. These conspiracy theorists, they want to take credit for shit like that. Listen, these are just common sense facts that happened.
So your position,
taking credit for it.
Just so I can better explain it, right? So your position is that it's not a conspiracy, it's fact. So shut the fuck up. Period. Because it's actually more scary that it's not a conspiracy anymore. You know what I mean? Like what you're telling me is actually more scary to me than the alternative is that, well, maybe. Conspiracy is kind of like a, well, maybe, right?
I'm all about asking questions.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Hey, ask, hey, this doesn't seem right. What's up? Well, give me some facts, some legit facts, not just your fucking cuckoo crazy facts that conspiracy theories, like I said, they just grab the tiniest little fucking thing and
he was shot live on
fucking off the grassy knoll. But yeah, I don't mind questioning it, and I'm more aware of what's going on right now, which is good. My eyes were open. I think COVID and the bullshit that happened there.
That was a huge thing.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And I think it opened a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
And now you're hearing more and more people being like, I'm not getting this shot. fuck you. And they're talking about like another ramp up coming this fall. And everybody's like, it's election time. We know what's going on.
Yep.
Fuck you. And, you know, I don't want to say you're woke. I hate that fucking term.
Same.
But hey, my eyes are open now. Now I saw what happened. We all saw it with our own eyes.
Yep.
And if you're still going to blindly follow these people like sheep, guess what? The joke's on you, assholes.
Yeah.
Biden's approval rating has been like the lowest one for any sitting president ever.
Right. Yeah.
But people are going to vote for him because they don't want Trump in there because he hurt feelings.
Sure.
And that's what's going to ruin this country. If Biden gets in for 4 more years, it's over.
Yeah, I don't.
And I don't even care if Trump is the president after this. Again, I'm not fucking sucking. Everybody's like, "Oh, you hate Biden, so you're a fucking Trumpster." And social media gets so bad. I can't believe I haven't snapped. And you're like, "Oh, whatever, Trump tard." Wait a second. Just because I don't like fucking Biden makes me love Trump? It's not it. I would love to have Trump for 4 years. You know, guess what? Give me Trump for 4 more years. Get DeSantis in there for 4 more years.
Sure.
In those 8 years, this country could start to slide a little bit back on track.
Maybe.
Government is corrupt as fuck.
Oh my God.
It's not going to change.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many votes we throw at things to make this change.
And that's not, and Trump government is still corrupt. And Biden's government is still corrupt, right? It just seems very blatant right now. It just seems very, very, very blatant.
And just like, you know, everybody is like the other day, there was this lady on a Channel 4 post. Every comment that somebody made just about something, she commented, every one of them had the word Trump in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she commented on like 26 fucking posts. I found her last one, the most recent one, and I clicked reply and her name popped up. I'm like, every fucking comment you've had, and I counted them, and I wrote in there, I said, has the word Trump in it. How obsessed are you with this guy?
Right.
And how much does he live rent free in that empty apartment you call a brain?
Right.
I got fucking gazillion likes.
Nice.
She deleted the comment, and I still get notifications that people are liking my comment, but when I go to look at it, it's not there. I can't find it.
Magically, right?
Yeah, weird how that works.
Easy. Now, 4 years ago, when people were saying that social media is throttling things up, throttling things back, that was also a conspiracy theory. Well, fuck me in the ass.
Dude, I'm so glad you decided on this because we talked about this. You're like,
I know.
All right, first show live, hour and a half, killed it. We taped the second show, hour and a half in the future, did well. You're like, want to do another one? I'm like, it's fucking 1:30 in the morning.
We're all fat tongued.
We're going to be banged up. This is going to be great. Fuck it. Let's push it live. Well, we're at an hour and 13 minutes. Yeah. I got 15 minutes left. So let's fucking prices right this bitch up.
Yeah. I just
have one more video.
I really think that we're in this weird spot where a lot of the truth is coming out. And here's the thing that is more scary than anything. All the truth is coming out.
And this is almost a few good men moment.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth right now.
Dude, I know. And everyone is aware. Even the people that are, let's say I would say pro-Democrat more than people are pro-Biden. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Because nobody in their right mind. In their right mind. No, I'm not saying like.
Well, we know people that are not of right mind that are going to vote for Biden.
There's going to be fringe people that are just like have plates of Biden looking confused, hanging on their walls and shit. But like nobody in their right mind thinks that guy should be in charge of our country. Nobody.
I mean, everybody made I don't want to say made fun of, but railed on Trump when he made fun of that handicapped person.
Sure.
So there's where they hung their flag on that. That's what they want to do. With Biden, the amount of times that the dude is completely fucking clueless
and completely racist.
Yes.
I mean,
it is uncanny that every time he goes somewhere to speak, or make an appearance, he fucks up.
Yeah.
And I guess it's gotten to this point now where his wife comes out to when he's getting at the end.
She pulls him off stage
and walks him somewhere because he has no fucking clue what to do, or he's gonna fall down. And I've said this on this show 100 fucking times. People that are in their 60s get phased out of jobs because they're too old to keep up with the pace of that job and whatever. We are fucking electing people that should be in a nursing home to run our country. And I'm telling you, Trump's no spring chicken either.
Nope. I agree.
But if you put Trump and Biden on the same fucking scale, and I think they're within a couple of years of each other.
Yeah, I think Trump
is running laps around fucking Biden. Trump is out golfing.
Yeah.
Biden can't eat an ice cream cone.
I know, it's so scary.
And it's just like, this is the motherfucker that you want running our country. And I've said this before too. I'm reiterating myself. You got to be 35 years old to run for president. Why are we electing 75-year plus people to run this country?
Here's what's fucked up.
Why are these people still in Congress? Why is Nancy Pelosi at 97 fucking years old and both feet in a fucking coffin running the show? Why is this a thing?
So Trump is 77. Biden is 80.
Okay, so 3 years. I figured 2.
Yeah.
3 years. And that's a huge difference. I mean, I'll tell you, and I said this to my dad not too long ago. I'm like, my dad will be, he just turned 72. Just turned 72. Driving a fucking semi at 72. You look at my dad, he don't look 72.
No, I would never even
2,
dream of stepping to your dad.
He can drive a semi in circles around anybody I know. Biden can't take 4 steps.
No.
Without fucking tripping himself.
I'd rather have
this motherfucker is running our country.
And that's why I think everyone's getting really squirrely. Now's the time to pounce.
And I said this too, that politics, these families that were always affluent in politics, at some point these children are just, they don't want anything to do with it. And at some point these families are just going to be like, okay, my son or my grandson's not going to fucking run. They're going to, go to Wall Street and they're going to, start a .com or do whatever. And it's got to end. The cycle has to end. And I probably won't see it, but
we need like a new couple family. Kennedy's family is only in power because of prohibition.
How long ago was that? And that's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, so people are saying that because Kennedy switched to being independent, that it's going to fuck Republicans more than it's going to fuck Democrats.
Yes, yeah. And I know people are trying to push the independent party, Adam. I know you're a big third party guy and whatever. And that's fine. I don't mind that. I'll vote for you. But at some point, just like the Krista just put on fucking another movie the other night, we see 84 fucking times. The Adjustment Bureau. Matt Damon's character is a young politician.
Yep.
He won everybody over because he's young, fresh face, great ideas, hometown kid, all that shit. This is what the country needs now more than ever. They need a 40 or 50-year-old person.
Well, and that's
get in there and drop the hammer and become president.
Like Obama was that.
Yeah.
And in character, that's what Obama was. But if you
boy,
look
that fucker could talk.
Yeah. Amazing. But if you look at what he did, all the Bush policies were still in. Obama deported more people than Trump did. Obama killed more people through drone strikes than Trump did.
Oh, yeah.
And then Trump's the bad guy. Had peace accords in the Middle East.
Because he wasn't a politician. That's
Right.
why. That's why they hated him.
Because it doesn't fuel the money.
Yeah, he couldn't be bought. You couldn't say, yo, you're gonna sign this bill. We're gonna slide you 3 or 4 million on the back end through this corporation, this, that, and the other thing, and you're gonna sign this bill and you're gonna move everything along. He's like, go fuck yourself. This isn't how this is going. I hate politics, though.
Me too. I think Trump is such a narcissist.
Agreed.
That
he's very full of himself.
Oh my God. He is the worst possible person that you want to work for, be around, know, all that shit, right? But narcissism, fuck me in the
Emotional damage.
Narcissism also works for the positive, and this is what I mean by this. Are you okay?
Something's wrong with that door.
Yeah, I guess. It sounds like a 50-year-old asshole.
Motherfucker.
So Trump is such a narcissist that he's willing to lose everything just to be right.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. He could have easily just hang out at Mar-a-Lago and just play golf all day, comb over his fucking hair. But this motherfucker has a vendetta against everybody that says he can't do it. And that's where narcissism can actually help you.
The whole thing is, so what was Trump's platform? Make America
better
great again
than it was. Yeah.
In how are you mad at that? If you're an American, don't you want to go back to when it was great to be an American? Don't you want to go back to the days when we were the big dog on campus? Every fucking country was deathly afraid of us because guess what? We pushed this little red button. Your country is no longer on the map.
Oh, I agree.
And we were the powerhouse. We were the greatest nation in the world. Everybody was proud to be an American. The flags were waving. Everybody came together and loved this country. And then slowly, thanks to the fucking Clintons, things drifted to we were in Shitsville. And we can't get out of that rut. All of a sudden, fucking Trump wins because, again, I think this was the whole, we need somebody new. We need somebody fresh in here. And
well, I mean, it always goes like you have crazy person, you have sane person, crazy person, sane. Like, so it just, are you okay?
No, I have to take a shit.
It just so happens that our sane person right now is literally brain dead. Like, so we're in the sane person period of presidents.
Hey, when was the last time you heard our vice president's name mentioned of doing anything? I haven't heard her name in forever.
She's buried. She sucks.
She's just as bad, if not worse than him.
Like, so if you look at the NFL, right? You have let's look at the Giants. This guy gets paid a shitload of money, signs a new contract, right? Because he had one good year. And everyone's hopeful, okay? Everybody that's a Giants fan saw better results, kind of, from Tyrod Taylor when they played the Bills, okay? So now It's so easy. Now, is Tyrod a fucking...
I think that was more motivation than anything.
Well, but hold on. But is Tyrod a starter level quarterback? No. Probably not.
No.
He's just not.
No, he's not. He never was.
But the media will, and fans that don't know any better, will keep pushing for Tyrod to be the starter, even though he's not qualified. It's so easy if you're a semi-competent vice president for people to clamor for you to be the actual president if you're just somewhat competent. They let Joe Biden speak every fucking day. Like, to the point where
I just pooped my pants.
He's on a stage where he just gave you $100 million or fucking whatever, $140 billion to fucking Ukraine. And those guys are eye rolling you. Like that's where we're at.
The video where he gave it an award or a medal to like that fucking dude that was in the army that had all the fucking awards.
Sure.
And he was an older dude. I forgot how this whole fucking thing happened. And he said something and he walked right down the main aisle.
Yep.
And the greatest video came from the back of that room. And everybody's like,
yeah, no, yeah.
Everybody's like, where the fuck's he going? Even the dude on stage is like, you weren't supposed to leave. You're supposed to still be here.
Insane.
But guess what? Nah, he's okay. It's just a little,
This is like being part of a team.
Off already with this.
This is where being part of a team actually like really fucks everybody, because like for some reason we are off the like Team America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like no one's Team America. We're either Team Republican, Team Democrat.
Yeah.
And you and I have friends in both parties, and that's totally fine.
And I everybody's like, oh, you fucking hate Biden, so you must love Trump, or you must be a Republican, and this and everything. I'm like, I'm neither. I want what's best for this country. I want somebody in there that's competent. I mean, when Trump was in office, everything was good. Gas prices were low.
Yep.
My 401k was fucking.
Yeah.
Biden gets in office within 30 days. I'm poor again.
Dude,
instead of $1.96 gas, I have fucking $4 a gallon gas, and it ain't moving. It hasn't moved in 2 months. What the fuck is going on?
I talked to this guy right around the election. I had probably like not a lot of. I don't have a 401k. I don't. Tiny does. I don't. Because I'm gonna die, and it's fine. I'm gonna die early. That's my goal, anyways. Right? Probably tonight. I know. You're welcome. But dream come true. I had let's say 30 grand, right? That I was gonna put to this guy, and he goes, "Don't do it." So a guy that works in the financial world, that's in charge of taking people's money and making things for it, he goes, what you can do with 30 grand is this play. This play is going to be dog shit. If you have 100 grand, we could put it over here and it'd be somewhat protected. Bonds, yields, all that.
Yeah.
I'm not a money guy. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it for like 3 years. And now that dollar figure is up, I got way more money to put into it. But why would I put, let's say, 150 grand into something, and then month 2, it's worth 120? Why do that?
No sense.
I'm just going to sit on the money. Because I saw today.
Mattress cash.
I saw today that I can buy a chateau. Yeah.
Here we go.
In France for 180 grand.
Yeah.
I got that in cash, son. I'll just do that.
And this is the scary thing. I think this is a scary thing is Biden's been in for 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it took a while for people to kind of, I think, see what's going on. So then there's been a lot of even Democrats and / Biden supporters that have come out and said, kind of fucked up here, man.
Right.
This guy's not good for the country. I voted down my party line and I feel like I made a mistake.
I'm being.
I was wondering what the fuck you were doing with that. And the same goes with the COVID thing. It's like there's so many people that got duped by the shot and the 3 boosters. That is this still going? Wow, dude, that's healthy. That they said they're not falling for it again. Hey, I got all this shit. I still got fucking sick. I'm not getting any more. You know?
Yep.
And I get that. But those are the people that just need to stand strong. I mean, do we want to? Everybody's like they're gonna create another. You need another cup. I kind of want to pee in this bucket and see what it sounds like. It's the worst.
I get piss everywhere.
I got like half a beer. We're at an hour and a half right now. I'm like, I got half a beer to drink. I'm like, let's finish this shit show. Like, I'm gonna have to pee out my back door again.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I didn't know I could fill that whole thing up.
Yeah, dude. When I used to work and install stoves and shit, a lot of times we didn't want to use the customer's house, the bathroom, whatever. So we'd open a door, piss on the gas tank. Sometimes we would have to shit in a 5-gallon bucket with a bag in it. There was always Gatorade bottles throughout the back of the work truck. And then you get that day where you're like, fuck, I gotta go to the bathroom. You get in there and it's wintertime. You gotta get off your fucking little Carhartt outfit, pull your dick out, and you grab the Gatorade.
And you weasel your dick out. It's never a good day.
Yeah.
It's cold day. Yeah.
And it's not summertime where you're just wearing shorts and you can just. Nah, it's always the worst day when you got all the you got thermal underwear on, because that pocket you're not getting your dick out of. Those are you just got to pull down. So everything's working against you. You're like, and you grab the Gatorade bottle, and you realize it's not the 32 ouncer.
Yeah,
it's the 20.
There
is no greater pain than having to pinch your dick in the middle of a piss.
Yep.
Because something bad happened.
Yeah, there's a mess underneath this chair.
I mean,
allegedly,
I've had it in this Gatorade bottle, and I've needed to grab there's like a Poland Spring bottle, and I'm like, the whole difference is tough.
Yeah, I just had that problem.
I'm like, this is gonna go places that I don't want it to go to.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I got it. No, I totally missed the beer bottle hole.
I step outside my back door. There's this stupid bush to the left, so I open the door. Goes this way. I stand there and I piss into the bush. My stupid puppy hears it. He's like, he comes running over, and there's just a stream. And I'm like, he gets here. I'm like, squeeze. And he's like looking around. He starts walking the bush. Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, I'm holding the fire hose.
Yeah.
And you've seen it in cartoons. You pinch the hose and the big bubble starts. I didn't want that to happen to my dick.
Yeah.
And then he walks away and I let go. I filled the neighbor's pool.
And that's where a direct energy weapon comes from.
Yeah.
There we go. We did it.
Got there, bud. We got there. Did we even finish what we were just fucking ranting about?
No, Biden sucks. I mean, yeah, basically, that's it.
And I just think that more people, again, I don't want to say.
I don't think so, man.
But I just think a lot of people's eyes are open. I think a lot of people are realizing some shit that, like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain. Look behind the curtain. You find out what's going on. I think that's happening.
I
really
saw
do.
this. So this with this Palestine Israel shit.
I'm not very well versed on what's happening there.
Me either. But like, here's the thing, and I was talking to my sisters about this.
Go
ahead.
So Palestine and Israel are fighting.
Yes. You know that.
What is the Hamas? Where do they come into play? What are they? Are they a radical group? What
yes. So Hamas is basically the Taliban in Palestine.
So Palestine and Israel are fighting.
So it's not.
Is the Hamas on the side of Palestine?
Yes.
So it's like 2 against 1 now.
Well, kind of. No, Hamas is leading the charge for Palestine to have access to Israel, which a lot of there's no way you're going to fill that up in a second. Yeah, that's the one.
I have a feeling it's just going to splash. So I'm going to just piss. I'm going to open my headphones up so I can hear.
Yeah, you do it. From what I gather, and hey, we are morons. Okay. From what I gather is this: Palestine is a place. Israel is a place. And inside of Palestine, there is this group called Hamas, which is great with falafel. And they are leading the charge to allow for Palestine to go back and occupy land in Israel. But they also went in and they started cutting people's heads off and killing kids.
Babies and shit, right?
Yeah. Killing kids. So I don't know how you could be pro-Palestine when Palestine is kind of letting this happen. I just don't know how you do it. So I've seen people that are, for example, a lot of people that I know that were very very pro Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter put this like thing up with this hang glider and we stand with Palestine type shit. You're not standing with Palestine. You're standing with Hamas, who literally hang glided in like G.I. Joe and started killing people door to door. So a lot of people that I know that were very pro BLM, they feel duped. They're like, oh, well, I didn't know that they were like that. I knew you knew they were like that.
Yeah.
It's name one thing that BLM actually did to empower or help the Black community. You can't. Zero.
They destroyed it. They empowered people to destroy their own communities.
All they did also too, like they took all this money and all those people who are very like pro-Marxist and all this kind of shit, right? They just went and bought a bunch of houses.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing.
Now, if you and I had a charity and we took in $40 million, for fucking sure, we would take $8 million of those dollars and you and I would have nice houses. But maybe you take the other $32 million that you have in that and you help the fucking communities you're pretending to serve. Maybe. You could be a 501(c) and you have to donate, I think, 10% of your total net donations to obtain and to keep your 501(c) code. 10%. So you and I can start a charity right now.
Let's do it.
I know. Let's do it. The allegedly charity. We
allegedly give money to charitable causes, but
hey, if you don't
allegedly buy Lamborghinis with it.
Yeah, sure. It's fine. So they're taking like literally 95% of the donations and they're enriching themselves. They haven't done shit.
Yeah, they ain't done like shit. The whole BLM thing was complete and utter bullshit to begin with.
Mm-hmm. So
I literally watched on Facebook Live when that shit happened a quarter mile from my house.
Yeah.
Down the street.
I remember. Yeah.
Their whole movement, they had the world. They had the attention.
Yeah, they did.
They were right there. They go like, hey, this
they
is
were
what
the
needs to happen.
NIL original, like
We have
up too. Yeah.
You got our attention. What can we do to help? And it went from there to pouring gasoline on a container of propane tanks outside of a Dollar General and lighting a match to it.
And the Dollar General is probably owned by white people or not white people?
Nope.
Yeah, yeah.
And exactly. It came down to watching the corner store in your neighborhood get fucking decimated.
Mm-hmm.
Doors kicked in, all the shit on your shelf taken.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's all done, we need help. Our neighborhood was destroyed. By who? Buffalo just started fucking nailing all the people that were stealing during the blizzard.
Oh, really?
Hey, guess what, man? My car got trapped in the road. I couldn't see. I couldn't get anywhere. I saw that a couple people kicked in the door to the 7-Eleven. We went in and had some Funyuns and a root beer and had the last 2 chicken wings and everything. That's great. Cool. You know, you got to survive. You know, we closed the door and blocked it up and we just tried to just stay alive for a couple days.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I get it.
Fucking assholes that stole the fucking gumball machine on a dolly and were dragging it through 3 feet of snow. Jail.
Good.
Why were you breaking into the wig store? Explain to me how that helped you survive the blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you need all those new pairs of sneakers? Why did you need that big screen TV when there was no power?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody said, if you would have, even the people that own these businesses, if you would have broke in and eaten our fucking snacks and drank pop.
Yeah.
And whatever, and that was all you did, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We'll put a new door up. The fact that these people are out there stealing nonsensical items in the middle of a fucking blizzard where people were dying left and right. And they just started pounding these people. Somehow they got footage. People took a video of it. And boom, all of a sudden these people are fucking getting charged. They're going to jail. And the comments on the fucking Facebook posts were great. Listen, man, do what you got to do to survive. I text neighbors to get propane tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I filled them all back up. You gave me an empty propane tank. Cool. I used whatever was left in it. When I was able to get to the store, I filled that motherfucker up. Cost me $28. I gave it back to you. And I said, thank you for saving our lives.
Right. Yeah.
It's not hard to be not an asshole. No. But yeah, that whole movement was complete and utter bullshit. They had it there. They got right to that point where like, fuck yes, we're all on board. And then off the fucking cliff. And it hasn't done anything since.
No.
It's gotten worse.
Yep.
It's gotten worse.
Yep. And they own a bunch of houses and we can all kind of agree that communism doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. It sounds great. It never ends well.
Sounds awesome. But like, if you're the person that waters plants, right? That's your job in the commune. And another guy does surgery. That guy deserves a little bit more. That's why things don't work. That's why communism doesn't work. There's no level playing field because plant watering person doesn't have the same proficiency as surgery guy.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's never going to work.
They can sell it.
The only
people are going to believe it.
Communism are extremely lazy fucking people. And like you and I would totally benefit from communism because we're morons.
Oh, yeah.
But eventually you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Eventually you need to like have
all this shit is cyclical. The old people now weren't privy to growing up with the internet and cell phones. So they're way more prone to falling to these scams.
Yeah.
Okay. My generation's next up in line. Guess what, motherfuckers? We know all about it. It's going to end with this elderly generation that's in place right now. I don't know what generation I am. Born in the early 70s.
X, I would say, probably.
X,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
All this shit's going to stop with us.
Yeah.
The Nigerian prince emails aren't happening.
Right.
The phone scams where your cousin's in fucking jail and he needs 3 fucking Duff's gift cards, Wild Wings gift cards, sent to them right away to pay their bail. It's not going to work. So all that shit's going to end. But there's going to be a new hustle down the line. These guys are staying ahead of the game. There's always a hustle. There's some of these people are just a step ahead.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
And I mean, I make jokes about just even in front of my kids about it's over. I'm done with it. Good luck, you guys. Good luck. And part of it's joking, but part of it's true. Like, I don't want to be around for this shit no more.
Yeah.
And I said it on here before when we had Brady. That was my biggest fear. Ob was already, fucking 8 years old, ahead of the game here. And I'm like, I don't want to bring another kid into this shit show.
Well, here's the thing, though. And this is what I kind of hang my hat on. And we can go after this.
Yeah, we're at $1.50, $1.45 right now.
I think if you raise motherfuckers, because let's say the playing field is 60% of the people out there, they are the kids that have to wear headphones if they go out in public. Yeah. They're always attached to a fucking device. They get a bad grade at a test, but they're allowed to take the test home and make corrections. The pass-through kids and all that kind of stuff too. And sure, there's probably inner city schools are terrible, and it's not because the teachers are terrible. It's because the parents that send the kids to the school are terrible.
Don't care. They don't care.
So like everyone hates on pit bulls. I have a pit bull. She's the best dog ever. Most people that own pit bulls, they're bad owners. They breed the dogs to fight. Yeah. Like, so of course temperaments are going to be a little different. Inner city versus like suburbs and all that kind of shit, right? Yeah. I just think that we're at this point where if you raise your kids to be absolute motherfuckers, talk about real shit, talking about taxes. You all right?
Sounds like there's a fucking bulldozer going on the street just scraping the blade.
Probably is.
Oh, it's 2:30 in the morning. What the fuck's going on?
But to me, like, that's what I pride myself on, how I am with my kids. I talk to them about it.
Everybody's like, oh, you got more advantages. By what? By doing my homework and listening to authority figures? Stop.
Yeah, but like if you train your kids to be absolute motherfuckers, most of the kids that are coming out of every possible system are going to be absolute bottom feeders.
Yeah.
So even if you are a moderately okay parent, moderate, and I'm in that boat. I'm not saying I'm the best dad ever, but I harp on my kids to do good in school. I harp on my kids to make sure that their friends are taking advantage of them. I harp on my kids on the fact that they're lucky to have what they fucking have.
Yeah.
You know,
I drop that hammer all the time. And my daughter has been playing volleyball like 7 days a week.
Yeah.
This is her first year in high school. She's a freshman. She's listened to me, and when I told her to take advantage of her study hall, it's probably a 35 or 40-minute class.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a class. It's you get to fuck off if you want to, or you can use that time to do your homework and shit. So when you get home, you have 10, 15 minutes worth of homework instead of having an hour's worth.
Yep.
She's, like I said, at volleyball or doing all their bullshit every fucking day of the week, just holding a 95 plus average.
Yeah.
That's all I asked.
Yeah.
And she gets mad if it dips below. I'm like, listen, man, I was a D student. I did whatever I could do just to get by. The fact that you were on the fucking honor roll,
yeah, and
playing sports and doing all this shit, I'm happy with that.
And
guess what? If you slip, and going to high school is a fucking big challenge. It's a big change. Yeah. And I said, you're pulling 85 plus. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've known valedictorians that didn't amount to shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And I can sit here and say that I probably have accomplished more and in better shape than some of those people that ever happened. Yeah, the pressure got to them and they cracked. I had no pressure. I thrived after that.
I can literally sit here right now and say that I don't know a person, and you know who knows, like financially or whatever, but that can't be like the barrier or whatever. They can't be the only goal. But like, I don't know a person that I went to high school with that was, you know, better at SATs than me or better at grades than me and even better at sports than me that can sit here right now and say that they're doing better financially than me. That's not like, that's kind of a shitty thing to say, I guess, but I'm a motherfucker, you know, I'm a motherfucker. Like
I'm a savage.
Yeah. You drop me on an island, I'll get off the fucking island. If it's a fucking, if the boat sinks,
I might stay. It depends what kind of island it is.
Yeah. Are my kids there? But no, like that's the hustle is where that's not a gradable thing. Yeah. But if you teach your kids that every fucking day, when you get home, before the TV goes on, before you look at any goddamn thing, we do our homework. If you get a fucking B on a spelling test, motherfucker, fuck you. I'm like that with my kids.
I'm
probably, if you ask my kids, am I a good dad or bad dad? I'm probably a really bad dad.
I think my kids would say the same about me.
Because I expect them to, if we're going to do the work, man, do it.
I want them to just be better than I am. And I tell them, my kids all the time, I'm like, listen, I'm going to give you 84 million chances more than I ever had.
Yep.
And I tell my kids all the time. I'm like, listen, I wouldn't say I was ever poor growing up. I had clothes. I had sneakers. I had, there was food on the table. I said, but we weren't rich.
Right.
And I said, but I was never given anything. If we wanted something, you had to work for it. Mm-hmm. I said, Aubrey, you decided to do volleyball. You decided to dive in head first. We invested in you and sent you to camps and spent thousands of dollars for you to go to camps and to ball out playing volleyball. And I will continue to invest in you.
Yeah. If you want it, yeah. But you need to meet me way more than halfway.
And like I said, she is destroying this. She should have been on varsity team this year. She was JV and she was a little pissed about it, but she's making these club volleyball teams and she's carrying a 95 average. I can't ask her much more.
No,
I can't.
You can't.
And I mean, Chris is in charge of the grades and shit. She's on the website, and all of a sudden she'll be like, Bob walks through the door. Hey, you got a 33 in social studies. What the fuck happened? Yeah. Bob's like, I fucked this up. Or I turned in my paper and the teacher didn't get to it yet. He said I'll have him graded by the end of the day. Check tomorrow. Krista checks the next day. Oh, you got a 92 on it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
if you throttle down, they're fucked.
I got my thumb on every one of these kids.
Yeah, you have to. And so
yeah.
But I'm in firm belief that the world right now, dude, when I was at this like Boy Scout thing, Scouts thing, because it's now a mixed thing. It's these moms and dads and their fat kid, and their kid can't be around strobe lights, and because of noise things, and it's just like there's no fucking way that those kids are ever going to be able to operate without their parents.
Someday
you're going to have to. Parents, they're done with high school and they're not in the care of their parents, and they're not there. I think a lot of these parents are conditioning their kids to literally be dependent 100% on them.
Yeah. And there's we have Brady's volleyball. I mean, I would go out and warm up with him. They had like a 10-minute free period and shit when all the kids get there. Some of the kids hit the ball back and forth with the counselors. Some did with their parents. Some did if their little friend was there and whatever. So Brady's like, hey, can you help until my friend shows up? I'm like, yeah, absolutely no problem. So the last 6 weeks, I'm out there batting the ball around with them. This past Wednesday, I was at PT for 2 hours. I could barely lift my fucking arm. I said, hey, bud, I can't go out there. He's like, I'm like, if you're going to go out there and practice, jump in with one of your coaches, another little kid. So he was out there doing that. The guy that runs the whole thing has all his players from the local college, I think it's Damon, come down and they volunteer to help run the kids through these drills. And they are fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. I don't have the patience for it. Mm-hmm. If they have too many kids, they ask for parent volunteers, and there's a handful of them that go around and help, whatever. There is one lady who follows her son around. She's not a coach. She just coaches her son. And I've watched this go on for 2 months now. And it's exactly like you said.
Yeah.
She helicopters him. Mm-hmm. She coddles him every step of the way. And I just sit there and shake my head going, that kid is going to grow up being a fucking schlep to society. Yeah. There's nothing there because your mommy is doing it all for you.
Yep.
I want my kids to fail. I do. Yeah. We play sports. I want to beat them at everything. Every fucking thing we play, I am going to destroy you. I'm going to break you right down to the fact that you want to win so bad that you will do anything to beat your old man. Yep. And when you do, guess what? You're going to be on top of the fucking world.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm going to raise killers. Aubrey the other night, Aubrey can't jump. This is our big joke. She can't jump. They have her as an outside hitter at volleyball. And I've had some people ask, you spent all this time on her and she really look good. I'm like, I'm not going to brag, but yes, she is. She's fucking really good. Mm-hmm. She hopped, I'm not going to say jump, the other day, and her arm started back by her hip, came over her head. She absolutely hammered that ball. Her coach almost ran onto the court.
Really?
To say, that's what I want to see. We heard it in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Every time she does something, she looks over, and I fucking just did this. That's how you fucking murder that ball. Yeah. And everybody's like, holy shit, she hit that fucking hard. But if she could jump, she could hit it straight down, which is what you want to do as you get older. But she jumped up and fucking lasered that ball, and it's like, that's what I want. Kill it.
Yeah,
I want you to break the other girl's nose with that ball.
Yeah, you need to raise throat on the neck kids.
Yeah, when you have that team down, don't feel bad for them. Step on their fucking throats.
Boot.
I just got to teach Brady that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but also too, like, you can also like overdo it, and
I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to get to that point.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. Where
I mean, sportsmanship is sportsmanship, but if you got a chance to put a team away or a player away, if it's a one-on-one sport or whatever, you do it. End of story.
Yeah. Be nice after the game.
Yes.
During the game?
Hey, walk over and shake their hand and put your arm around them, slap them on their shoulder and say, hey, that was a fucking great game.
Yeah.
Keep it up. You'll do well. Whatever.
We'll get out of here.
And go.
Yeah.
2 hours. Hey. We did what?
Okay. They go from the dome and throwing topics. They just turning these stones. So big in Germany.
This is shit my wife loves to talk about.
Hold the reins, get them hooked. Right,
we'll bail out of this one. But hey, thanks for the one maybe person that
Adam tuned in the last episode.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
On his anniversary, he should be canoodling naked with his wife, and he was listening to us.
Well, maybe smashed it and
we could have been done in a couple minutes.
Probably not though. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. But hey,
whole bag of I gotta go through one of these weeks.
Hey guys, make sure that
man, this is Spooksville.
It's gonna get pretty scary out there. You know what I mean?
So yeah, especially with Halloween coming. You know,
this is
just make sure that
kind of where you live, you could get spooked.
Yeah, just stay safe. You know, and you know. Oh man, I keep hitting buttons. All right, we'll get out of here.
There's a sea of beer cans here. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Sea of piss I gotta clean up.
Dude, it's the best.
It was.
I saw you looking at that thing, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You're like, and you drank whatever's in it, and then it disappeared. And I was like, I could hear it. I'm like,
"Yeah,
big get microphone. You got to get microphones that only pick up sound within like 8 inches."
I know. It's like, it got really fucking high at the end.
And I started laughing. I looked down at this bucket. I'm like, first off, it would make a shit ton of noise, and secondly, the amount of splash. I'd have to burn all these clothes.
All right, we'll get out of here. Hey, I will see you probably Thursday or Friday.
Let me know when you're in town. Friday's poker if you want to. Yeah, whatever. We can do lunch. I don't care. Bring your friend to poker.
Yep.
More than welcome.
It's gonna happen.
Let me know so I can give them a heads up so
yeah,
they can start 2 tables if they need to. So
let's do Heineken's.
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine. All right. Hey guys.
Drop your $100 playing poker and have free Heineken's.
Was it 800? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was.